All right, guys. Paul Singh, the market speculator with bullsonwallstreet.com here with the weekly swing trade report. Let's get to it here. Let's look at SPY. Now, post Brexit, we've basically completely recovered here from the Brexit vote. And this is a really good example why we don't pay attention to the news. We don't try to game the news here. We follow the price action, and the price action is essentially telling us unless we get something here, some kind of negative news, uh, the Brexit sell-off was overdone and now we're back to normal. We're actually breaking out from a level that has been tough to break out for a while here at 212, and we look ready to test all-time highs here on SPY at 214. So I would say here, now there's always a worry of some kind of news coming here when we've had something like Brexit. But for now here, I would say slightly bullish, and that's the way we've been playing it in the trade report here. Now, in the weekly report, we will go over the indexes. And what you can do here is essentially trade the triple leveraged index and sector ETF. So with SPY, you go with SPXL and you'll get the extra leverage, which will give you the feel of a stock here. If we look at SPXL, you can see here we're at 92, and to get to the all-time highs, we would get up here to about 97, so that's a good 5 points. And then if you break out from there, we could get over 100 here. So SPXL for SPY, now IWM, doing good. Lagging SPY a little bit, which we would like to see SPY doing a little, or IWM doing a little better here. It's always healthier when the small caps are doing good, but still overall pretty good here. Got that nice move. We're back right at the pre-Brexit range here. So looking pretty good there. Now, this is interesting that gold, there was an initial flight to safety, and we would expect now that SPY has recovered for gold to be pulling back in, and that is not what's happening here. So gold is still running here, which makes us scratch our heads a little bit, but we'll just follow the price action. Maybe, we talked about news. There could be some news events, and some people might be worried a little about that, so they're still parking some of their money in gold, and that's why we see the run there. So with gold, you would use UGLD. If you wanted to do the gold miners, JNUG, which is doing really well on Nugget. I'm actually still short here off the parabolic short, which was working really nicely, but then we got the weird action on Friday, which is unexpected when you consider what SPY is doing. A couple of new sectors that we're really keying in on, and one of them I'll point out here is XHB, which is the home builders here. And I think maybe there's thought that we're not going to get the interest rate hikes now because of everything that's gone on with Brexit. So XHB has actually been leading the market. Residential construction, this is my list here over the last week, and you can see residential construction here was the 6th best sector or industry over the last week out of 146 of them. So doing really good. You have XHB here, and there's a ton of residential stocks here. Toll Brothers, one of the leaders here. I like to go with the lower floats, which is what we're looking at in the trade report. But if you wanted something that's a little safer, not quite as volatile, so maybe you're not going to make as much either, but Toll Brothers is a good one there. Another sector country I like actually is EWZ, which is Brazil here, testing the highs here. Looks pretty good. Volume is a little concerning here. I'd like to see more volume coming in. We've had some big red days, but overall the price action is pretty good. So that's Brazil. And then I like, surprisingly, because biotech has been lagging since 2015, but biotech has showed some real relative strength here last week in post-Brexit here. You can see this was its pre-Brexit level, and it got past its pre-Brexit level midweek before SPY did. So really good relative strength. Because of that, we actually got into the triple leverage small cap biotech ETF in the middle of the week. I think it was around 31.50, somewhere in there, or maybe 32, and we're up to 34 now, going for that bigger move to 40. So that's one of the positions that I'm currently in. I'm also in AMBA, which has been doing really well, semiconductor stock, and we've got a few more positions in here. But that's the weekly swing trade report. And if you want to join the trade report, and you can see here, here's the Swing Alerts dashboard. This is what trade report members get. This is the daily swing trade report. They have access to the video, our focus list, going over the current positions, market analysis, recent trade notifications. So when I send out a trade, you will get a trade alert, and these are the recent notifications here, and then access to the previous trade report. So give it a try. You can go right here to Swing Trade Alerts, basically the same place you signed up for the weekly swing, and monthly plan, $99 a month. If you want a really good deal, there's the yearly plan, which is 50% off, regularly $1,200 for $599. So that's it for the weekly Swing Trade Report. I will see you next week.